For the last couple of weeks, silence has settled over the moon. The Chandrayaan lander and its small rover Pragyan have stopped sending signals. This isn't unexpected. The moon is one of the harshest places in the solar system. A single lunar night lasts for 14 Earth days, and when darkness falls, temperatures plunge to unimaginable lows. Pragyan and its lander had no power to keep them warm. Without heaters, their electronics almost certainly froze. Still, engineers left a slim chance. If the solar panels thaw, if the circuits survived, they might wake again when the sun rises. Even if they never return, Chandrayaan has already been a success. With only 2 weeks of daylight to work with, the mission performed a remarkable number of experiments and gathered new insights about the moon. India's historic mission. This was India's first successful landing on the moon, a milestone for the nation. What makes the achievement even more striking is its cost. Just $75 million. That's less than half of what China spent on its rover, and only about as much as a modest film production. With that, India became only the 4th country to land softly on the moon, after the United States, the Soviet Union, and China. Why the South Pole? In recent years, the focus of lunar exploration has shifted to the poles. Scientists believe that inside permanently shadowed craters lies frozen water ice. That ice could be crucial for future missions, providing drinking water, breathable oxygen, and even rocket fuel. But these regions are unforgiving. In fact, the coldest temperature ever recorded in the solar system was not on Pluto, but in a crater near the moon's north pole, an astonishing -250 degrees Celsius. Chandrayaan didn't land directly inside one of these craters, but its landing site was still subject to extreme temperature swings and the long lunar night. How Pragyan worked: as soon as the lander touched down, the rover was deployed. Its small solar panel generated about 50 watts, barely enough to power a household light bulb. With this, Pragyan could crawl forward at just 1 centimeter per second. The rover didn't communicate with Earth directly. Instead, it relayed data to the lander, which then sent signals to Chandrayaan's orbiter, and finally down to Earth. Because of this, it could never stray more than 500 meters from the lander. Despite these limitations, Pragyan was impressively capable. It used cameras to detect hazards, and at one point successfully avoided driving into a large crater. For science, it carried a laser instrument that identified elements in the lunar soil: aluminum, sulfur, iron, silicon, and oxygen. These are resources that could one day support human settlement. Meanwhile, the lander drilled a sensor into the ground to measure subsurface temperatures. To scientists' surprise, the surface heated to 60 degrees Celsius in sunlight, far warmer than expected. Just a few centimeters below, the temperature plunged to -10 degrees Celsius. A dramatic difference that revealed how alien the lunar environment really is. Facing the night, but then the sun set. With only a small battery and no radioisotope heater like China's rover carries, Pragyan could not keep itself warm. Engineers positioned its solar panel to face the dawn, then powered it down. Both rover and lander entered a deep sleep. For 2 weeks they endured the lunar night, with temperatures around 200 grados bajo cero. Whether the electronics survived is unknown. If they did, the first sunlight should recharge their batteries, and the rover will try to signal the lander, which in turn will reach out to Earth. It's a delicate process. If any part of that chain is broken, the silence will remain permanent. Pragyan's legacy: whether it wakes or not, Pragyan has already left its mark. It became the first mission to study the moon near the South Pole. It discovered valuable information about the soil, confirmed useful elements, and revealed surprising temperature swings beneath the surface. Most importantly, it showed that exploration doesn't require vast budgets. With ingenuity and determination, India accomplished what only a few nations have ever done. Chandrayaan inspired millions and proved that humanity's return to the moon is a truly global effort. If the rover stirs back to life, it will continue exploring this mysterious region. If not, it will remain there, silent but not forgotten, a monument to India's achievement, and a reminder that even short missions can change the way we understand our nearest neighbor. Pragyan's story is about more than science. It's about pushing into the unknown, accepting risk, and leaving behind knowledge for those who will follow. In that sense, the little rover has already achieved exactly what it set out to do.